Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so it's a happier Tuesday for me now than it was before. I've been going through a lot of stuff with eBay this morning, and you know what? I felt like it was something that I wanted to share with all of you guys so that you could be aware of this kind of situation in case you're ever put in this position. So I don't know how many of you guys have followed along, but in little videos, tidbits here and there, I've been talking about I'm going to lose my top-rated seller status. Yes. And it's something I'm not happy about. I worked very, very hard to get top-rated seller plus status, and I've been a top-rated plus seller for a while now, and the fact that I was going to lose it was very hurtful. I did not like that. So I was trying to do everything I could to get my seller status back. Well, here's what has happened this morning. So since it's March 21st, they did all of the seller performance evaluations on the 20th of every month, right? So when I came downstairs this morning into my office, I expected to see above standard seller status. It was something that I was completely expecting to see. I wasn't about to be surprised by it. I had kind of come to terms with the fact that I was going to lose top-rated seller status, but I was going to do my best to make sure I didn't lose it for more than a month, and I got a big surprise when I looked at the computer. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I want to tell you guys the full story so you know exactly what was going on from start to finish if you weren't really following along with the little bits and little bits and pieces that have been in my videos throughout the last month or so. A whole bundle of things that were shipped out in one day. They were all from the exact same day. They all arrived one day late as indicated by tracking. It was nothing that I did. It wasn't anything that I did. I do have a one-day handling time to qualify for top-rated seller status, and I did everything I was supposed to do. I shipped everything out within 24 hours, but the post office did not scan them until a day. Honestly, I'm not even sure what the hell happened. eBay told me that they scanned them a day late. The post office told me that they scan everything when they pick it up, and I got the notification from the United States Postal Service when they pick up my items. I always get a notification that all of them were scanned in anyway. At least I believe that's the email that I always get. They do the pickup and they have to scan everything in for the pickup. And I've never had this problem before. This is the big thing. I've never had this kind of problem before. I have my packages picked up at my home every single day, and usually I don't get more than 1 or 2 packages late every week or 2. So at most like 3 a month for the longest time. I did not get any, and then all of a sudden I had 10 in one day. 10 shipped out from one day. And I remember exactly what they were. They were all auction items. I know that I got them out on Monday because they were all Sunday auctions. And I remember packaging all of them. That was the thing. I remember packaging all of them. And so I had called eBay because those plus a couple other random ones that were, you know, whatever, they put me above the 3%. And to be a top-rated seller, you could only have 3% late shipment rate or less. And so I called eBay. eBay told me I was going to have to get in touch with the post office and get them to change the dates. Otherwise, eBay was going to be able to do nothing because, yeah, I printed the labels and I did all of that on time, but there's no proof that you actually gave them to the post office within the 24 hours. So it was going to be up to the post office to fix that. And of course, my post office was not willing to fix that because, let's face it, what's in it for them, right? They have to take their time to go in and fix all the stuff, but they don't have to. They don't have to do it. And so, of course, they didn't do it. So I had kind of come to terms with the fact that I was going to lose top-rated seller status. And the only way that I was going to be able to get top-rated seller status back, which this is good for you to know as well, if you lose your top-rated seller status over something like a late shipment rate, or uploaded on time invalidated, or what's the other ones? Cases closed without seller resolution. I'm looking at them right now. Or transaction defect rate. If you have any of those that make you lose top rated seller status, the only thing you can do is push transactions. That's all you can do. You got to get those percentages down. And the only way to get those percentages down is to move product. So for the last 30 days, I have been pushing. I have been pushing auctions. I've been pushing sales. I've been pushing to try to move as many transactions as I can. So that was my plan, was, okay, well, there was this screw up with the post office. There's nothing I can do to fix it. All I can do is just bite the bullet, lose my status, and push transactions to try to get it back for April. Let's go back to this morning. This morning I came down to my office, pulled up my seller dashboard, expecting to see above standard seller status. And that's exactly what I saw. But what I didn't expect to see, that infuriated me, was the fact that my late shipment rate jumped from 3.95% to 7.55%. Over 7.5% late shipment rate. Look at this.
So you guys see this? Look at this mess. Right here. 7.55%. As opposed to 99.48% uploaded on time and validated. The late shipment rate is 7.55%.
So let's see here. Cases closed without seller resolution, 0%. Transaction defect rate, 0%. Tracking uploaded on time and validated, 99.48%. Late shipment rate, 7.55%, which means I not only lost my top rated seller status, but I was this close to falling below above standard status. That put my account in jeopardy of being closed. My eBay account could have been closed over this. So you better believe the first thing I did this morning was get on the phone with eBay, because I was pissed. I was so pissed. And I got on the phone with eBay, and this is where the teaching moment comes in. So not only was there the lump of the 10 from before that was kicking me in the butt, but then, you know, the random little stragglers, like 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, but there was another bundle of 8. Another bundle of 8. So I had a total of, get this, 36 late shipments. 36. Not one of them was a buyer indicated late delivery. It was all according to the United States Postal Service tracking. So I was flipping my lid, because there is literally nothing I can do to control that. If the United States Postal Service delivers stuff late, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing you can do. You're just screwed. You're screwed. Either they uploaded their stuff late, or you have to beg them to change it, and they probably won't do that. So I called eBay, and I got on the phone, and of course I got on the phone, I called eBay. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm pissed. Can you tell? Well, the lady that I talked to told me that she just got off the phone with another person that had the same problem. So she started looking at all of my late shipments, and the first 6 that she looked at, she just went down the line. The first 6 that she looked at were all delivered 2 days early. Yeah, 2 days early. So tracking indicated they were supposed to be there by March 18th. They actually arrived on the 16th, for example. So she says, well, I can manually remove all of these. And she said, I'm going to have to put eBay's tactical team, whatever that means, tactical team on this, because it looks like this is the second call in a row I've had. And so she said, let me make sure I have your correct phone number. I'm going to look at all of these, because it was 36. She wasn't going to have me sit on the phone while she did them all. She says, let me call you back and I'll let you know what's going on. So we hung up. I started working on shipping, and then she called me about 30 minutes later, and she told me that all but 8 were going to be removed. And 8 were from the original batch that I had called on that was going to make me lose my top rated seller status, which was at the beginning of January. So here pretty soon they're gonna fall off anyway, which I'm very thankful for. So 8 of 30, so that means that 28 out of 36 were getting removed manually because of the eBay system being screwed up, or the eBay system with the United States Postal Service tracking, whatever. Yeah. So now, because I only have 8, I've earned my top rated seller status back. Yes, I've earned it back. So only having 8, that does put me below the 3%, so I'm golden. I'm good. I'm not gonna lose it. However, I have already lost it. It's gone. I'm above standard. I no longer have a seal. So I'm awaiting the appeal to try to get my seller status back manually now so that I don't have to wait for the next evaluation. If they reject my appeal, then I have to wait for the next evaluation. And that ain't cool because it's nothing that I did. So if they reject it, I'm going to be back on the phone causing a stink fit because I want my top rated seller status back. I bust my butt to make sure that things get shipped out so that I can have that top rated seller status. So, in closing, the whole reason why I'm doing this video for you guys is because I want you to pay attention to your seller status. You know, I had that one little blurb of packages that were late, and I called on them and there was apparently nothing that I could do. So I let it go. I had kind of come to terms with the fact I was going to lose top rated plus status. And I was like, okay, well, I can live with it. But pay attention to those percentages. Still look at your report. If you have a ton in there and it's all USPS indicated late delivery or something like that, call eBay and have them check. Because I knew that the 8 that were there weren't legit, but 28 of them, I never would have known had I not called eBay. I never would have known because the report doesn't tell you. The report tells you that it was a tracking indicated late delivery, but it doesn't really give you any other details. You can request full reports and all of that, but if you just go in and click, you don't see that. So if something is harming your seller status, your performance level, call eBay and have them check that kind of thing. Because I lost top rated seller status for something that was not in my control. It was all computer stuff. It was nothing that I did. And I lost top rated status and I'm pissed about it. Luckily it's getting fixed now, but make sure that you're paying attention to your seller level for sure. Look at your reports, make sure that it's all legit. And, you know, if you have questions about it, call eBay and have them double check because computers make mistakes, which is clear here because I surely don't have 7.55% late shipment rate. That's ridiculous. Whew. All right, you guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. Has this happened to you? Did you wake up this morning and have a crazy jump in your seller status on your dashboard? You know, that's another reason why I'm putting out this video, is because I want you guys to go look if you haven't looked, because I wasn't the only one that called. Someone had called right before I did that had the same problem. So go check, go alert, check your seller status. Make sure that eBay's not screwing up or the Postal Service isn't screwing up. So anyway, all right, you guys, I'll see you with my next video. Bye.